Padilla. Senator Sasse.
Thank you, Chairman. Director Peters, welcome. Thank you for being here today and for the way you've managed this hearing. Thank you as well for the time you've given me in my office in the past about this. Can we stay on Senator Padilla's line for a minute? Could you just give us a level set on augmentation? How prevalent is the practice? How many people are doing it? What's the typical duration?
Thank you, Senator. I'm not prepared with those details today, but we could certainly provide that to you. I know that it is ongoing every day. And not only is the issue of overtime and augmentation an issue, then in order to solve that problem, we're actually moving people in between facilities to assist. So when I visited our institution in California, the Dublin facility, most of our health services staff that day when I was there were on reassignment from another facility. So we are really stretching our employees, and when you do things like that, you're not able to build that solid culture that you want to build. So happy to provide additional details, but this is an issue very important to me.
Thanks. Yes, please, to whatever materials you have, but also the contractors and consultants that you're hiring. We'd love to have sort of a shared database for the committee to understand. Qualitatively, then, give us a little bit more of an understanding when you say the psychologist who then, when she goes back to her desk, the work is piled up. Describe for the committee what that really looks like and what you think the implications are for morale of keeping people in jobs where they didn't sign up to be guards.
Absolutely, and I have had the opportunity to talk to individuals, boots on the ground, psychologists, in fact, who have been engaged in augmentation. And it's a mixed reaction. They're proud that they're law enforcement officers. They're proud that they are trained and ready to fill those posts. And as I said in my opening comments, they're exhausted. It is a lot. We've asked a lot of our people in the last 3 years. And so this is an issue that I'll continue to try and address. But on a daily basis, boots on the ground, if you will, Senator, it literally means that that psychologist is pulled out of her office onto a security post for up to and including the whole shift.
So, but over the course of a week, how many people are doing that 50% of the time? Like if you're going to work a 40-hour week, how many hours might you be doing a job other than the one that you signed up for?
Senator, I don't have those details today, but we certainly can get those for you.
But it's fair for us to understand that some people are doing it a majority of their time?
That is not my sense that it's a majority of the time, but it is my sense that it's on a regular basis.
Okay. Well, on staffing more broadly, obviously, I think there's a broad agreement that we have a staff shortage problem, and that includes qualitative, quantitative, morale, et cetera. And I agree that staffing up should be one of the BOP's main priorities and you as new director. But it feels like right now there's no reliable way to calculate how much staff BOP actually needs. So I want to quote to you from the Government Accountability Office finding last year, quote, multiple methods for assessing its staffing levels to determine shortfalls, but each method has inconsistencies in either terminology or methodology. I think we agree that there's a BOP staffing shortage, but I don't think we know very much about it. What's the most concrete thing you can tell us about the staffing shortage? What do we know to definitely be true given those GAO criticisms?
Thank you, Senator. Well, clearly you have a knowledge base. I think in the past what we did was a non-consistent way of establishing which staffing patterns that we needed at each of our institutions. Since each of our facility structures look very different, what we asked one of the consultants to do is actually study each one of our facilities and then come up with an automated staffing assessment so that we are going to be able to tell you with a great amount of certainty what staff we need at each localized facility, not just in the aggregate across the country for the Bureau.
When will we be able to see and know that?
I'm not sure exactly when they're going to complete their work, but I know that they're in their final stages. They just briefed our executive team 2 weeks ago.
Could we ask that within the next week or 10 days you could tell the committee what the deadline will be for us to be able to understand the staffing issues? Is it 3 months out or 6 months out? But whatever the right answer is, can you tell us that in the next week or two?
Thank you, Senator. I can commit to telling you whatever estimate that we might have as it relates to the consultant's work, certainly.
And can you give us an overview of your recruitment plan? Where do you start and who are you competing against to get people into these important jobs?
Yeah, it's different at each one of our facilities. In some of our rural facilities, we're not competing with anyone. We're just having a tough time finding people in the community to even apply. In our locations where there is competition, we're competing with fast food industry and other individuals, organizations that are giving $5,000 signing bonuses. So we're working on recruitment bonuses, retention bonuses. 6 of our facilities now have direct hire authority. Those 6 that are the most difficult to staff right now. We're piloting in the Mid-Atlantic region a new way to recruit. We worked with a firm to help improve how we market ourselves, and so now we're piloting that product in the Mid-Atlantic region, and we hope to see good outcomes.
Thank you. I think that there are a lot of us here who'd like to help on these issues. I think we need more shared data. So just to underscore the point that I think we feel a sense of urgency on wanting to understand some quantitative issues to try to figure out how we can assist. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator.
Thanks, Senator Sasse. Senator Ossoff.